Family, this one's gonna be a key explanation. As soon as it registered, I had to share it with you immediately. Soul Game Saga Part 12 of Infinity. The Soul Tekken Parable's final stages. The Soul Tekken Parable's final stages. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's a joke, yet it's not simultaneously. Here's how it's gonna roll, right? So it's 6 stages. 6 stages that I'm gonna set up for this to make more sense to you. 6 stages. And each stage is going to have what can be labeled and described as B.S.Ps. B.S.Ps can stand for Belief System Pillar, of course. B.S.P can also stand for Belief System Person. I'm most likely going to say Belief System Person because I'm using the Tekken parable, and Tekken is was my favorite fighting game when I was growing up. It was my favorite fighting game when I was growing up. Tekken was. Yeah, more favorite than Smash Bros. And more favorite than any other video game that I've ever played in my day. Tekken was my favorite all time. So, due to me now seeing all video games as a curse to keep you bound to this hell, I don't play it anymore. But I have experiences playing the game and the principles and the style of principle and the foundation of knowledge in which I use to be actually kind of good at the game. You follow what I'm saying? And as I kept saying to her, as I told you before, my top player was Bruce Irvin when I was playing. Or when I really got good at it in the future, Bruce Irvin became my top player. But so now I'm just going to use what I have as experience and label and describe a parable to you in which can give us an idea of how to manifest soul freedom or how to become the soul tribe globally, the free soul tribe globally, and or also too, this parable will label and describe in finite detail what is going to happen when I rip out the devil's sword. And it's also going to describe the devil's sword in finite detail and what I'm actually getting ready to grab and how I'm going to get to the steps and the process and or the details of being able to get my hands on the handle to rip the sword out thereof. You follow what I'm saying? That's what this explanation is also going to carry. So here, check it out. Belief system pillars. I got 7 belief system pillars in total with 2 more outside to make 9 in total. And I am about to incorporate all 9 of these belief system pillars into this here parable for it to make finite sense to you. Here are the belief system pillars in which I'm going to be incorporating. And or the belief system persons. And or the belief system buildings. And or the belief system houses or buildings or towers. Let's just see them as persons for this parable though. But they can be any of those things. BSPs, persons. Belief system persons, belief system ideas. It can also be belief system ideas, whatever you want. BSIs, you know, whatever you want. Love you very much. Check it out. So, stage 1 is going to be, oh, well, let me tell you the systems right quick. Systems, don't skip past that. First one is racism. The first person is racism. That's the first one. The next one is feminism. Third one is foul sexual orientation, or the L.G.B.T.Q communities. Fourth one is the N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture. Nerd, geek, nerd, translation. Neglected earth realm dreamers and geeks. Gamers evading everyday knowledge and or gentlemen evading everyday knowledge. This belief system pillar categorizes the rich, middle class, and all of ye who have been poverty-stricken due to colonization worldwide. There's a recessive branch in this belief system pillar and a melanated branch within this belief system pillar. Then the 5th one, the gangsters. Then the 6th one. And each of the belief system pillars have a recessive branch and a melanated branch, by the way. Each of them do. And then the 6th one being the tribes. The 7th one being the religions. Not gonna lie to you, I have a lot riding on the decolonization of the religious beliefs. I have a whole lot riding on that idea alone. And that's gonna require the entire world to get started on and move towards manifesting. You follow what I'm saying? This is why I really don't mind putting all these crazy major soul ideas out here, and what can happen is them getting taken, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they're all going to be directed towards one thing, truly, especially in my starting points, is going to be directed towards dismantling the religious beliefs. I don't have what I need to go after the tribes. I don't have what I need to go after the gangs, nor do I have what I need to go after my proper foundation. But you want to know what I do have? A mouth that I can use to rip apart every fundamental fabric of every religious belief system on this planet. And that's going to be the first thing that's going to happen here. Well, actually not the first thing, but it's going to be like the second stage. I'm going to tell you what that means in a moment. So, the two outside, belief system pillar 8, ignorance. Ignorance itself is belief system pillar 8. And then belief system pillar 9, or belief system person 9, is fear. Fear itself is belief system pillar 9. Now all 7 to 9 of those belief system pillars, I'm about to incorporate into this one Soul Tekken parable. The Soul Tekken Final Stages parable. Soul Game Saga Part 12, right? Now remember, I gave you a spiritual Tekken. Now I'm giving you a Soul Tekken. The spiritual Tekken talked about the 5 senses that are going to be the internal but external of the 5 senses. And the Soul Tekken is going to talk primarily about the psyche. About the psyche and what the sword is consisted of. How it is bored into the psyche thereof. And it's about to get ripped out and placed into a nirvanic cosmic sheath. Moving forward. So, now here's the details with all of them incorporated in here now, right? Stage 1. Stage 1 is going to consist of the 8th belief system person, which is ignorance, versus the 9th belief system person, which is fear. The 8th one versus the 9th one is the first stage. Here's how it's going to play out. So the fight will only be able to commence if both belief system pillars take their proper destruction, which is now what I have reached the abilities to do and or be able to say out loud. So, in other words, in order for this fight to commence properly, belief system pillar or belief system person 8 the belief system pillar 8, ignorance, is going to be destroyed and turned back into the soul's truth, revealing the soul's driver. Once again, belief system pillar 8, ignorance, is going to be destroyed and turned back into the soul's truth, revealing the soul's driver. What does this mean? The soul, in actuality and or literally speaking or logically speaking, is what you can label and describe as a balanced mind, heart, psyche space. The soul is literally by itself, without anything disturbing it or distracting it, is what you can literally label and describe as a balanced mind, heart, psyche space. So the balanced mind, heart, psyche space, I'm going to destroy the belief system person known as ignorance, turn it back into the soul's truth, and the soul's truth is what can be labeled and described as a balanced mind, heart, psyche space driver. You follow what I'm saying? And then belief system pillar 9. Belief system pillar 9, fear, is going to be destroyed and turned back into the true spirit. The true spirit, revealing the devil driver. Take this word with you for a moment. The word truth literally defines as what's in accordance with being true. Therefore, the soul's truth and the true spirit align one and the same thing as one and the same being, or one and the same thing. Therefore, when the soul's truth is revealed, it'll also destroy ignorance and turn that into the true spirit. You follow what I'm saying? But then you got the devil driver revealed. The devil driver ain't going away anytime soon. And here's the beautiful part. That there completes stage 1. Just being aware of it. Being aware of what stage 1 is completes it. Now, onto stage 2. Or fight 2. So once again, before I move on to stage 2, stage 1's fight consists of the soul driver versus the devil driver, or the 8th B.S.P versus the 9th B.S.P. Ignorance versus fear. Fear versus ignorance. You see. But the thing is, like I said before the fight can commence, both belief system pillars have to be destroyed. And then once both of them are destroyed, you'll recognize that the source of fear is the reason why you were ignorant. And you are ignorant due to your fears. Destroy them both. and move on to the next stage. Next stage consisting of the 7th B.S.P, the religions, and also the 9th B.S.P again. The 7th B.S.P and the 9th B.S.P are on this level here. But here's the thing, the 9th B.S.P is now the devil driver. The 9th B.S.P on stage 2 is just the devil driver and/or the devil standard. That's what the 9th B.S.P is on stage 2. Now here's the unique part. On stage 2, the 8th B.S.P, ignorance destroyed and turned back into the soul's truth to become the soul's driver, BKA, the balanced mind, heart, psyche driver. That there is going to fuse with the 7th belief system pillar. So in other words, the 8th belief system pillar is going to fuse with the 7th belief system pillar, meaning the soul's truth is going to fuse with the religions. The soul's truth is going to fuse with the religious beliefs. The soul's truth is going to fuse with the religious beliefs. And once the soul's truth fuses with the religious beliefs, it's going to cause the religious beliefs to be destroyed. And once the religious beliefs are destroyed, due to them fusing with the soul's truth, BKA the 8th belief system pillar, what's going to happen and or what's going to be, where it's going to turn back to? The soul standard. Once the religious beliefs are destroyed, meaning once the soul's truth is merged with all of the religious beliefs of the world, all 10,000 of them, they are going to be destroyed and turned back into the soul standard. And from there we got to fight. Stage 2 consisting of the soul standard versus the devil standard, and or the devil's belief system, or the devil standard versus the soul standard. Revealing the religions for the gluttony in which they are too as well. It's all going to roll in. It's all going to incorporate. One more time, one more detail before I move on. The 7th belief system pillar, when it's fused with the soul's truth, it will be destroyed and turned back into the soul standard, revealing the gluttony in which was giving that belief system pillar its false ability to stand in the first place. You follow what I'm saying? That's the significance about this here parable here. Now, onward. Stage 3 and or fight 3. Here's where we get into the nitty-gritty of the parable, or the meat and potatoes of the parable. So check it, right? Remember those belief system pillars I was telling you about. I just told you what's going to happen to the religions. And now what's the next belief system pillars, or what's the next setup? What's the next fight? The next fight is going to consist of the tribes, which is the 6th belief system person. The tribes is the 6th belief system person. And they'll be going up against the racist belief system person. B.S.P 1 versus B.S.P 6, or B.S.P 6 versus B.S.P 1. And how is this fight going to commence? See, due to the destruction and stage 2 essentially being what kicks the devil 42 centillion yards, soul yards off of our body currently. Stage 2 was the kick, by the way. The stage 2 fight is what kicked the devil 47 centillion yards away. So in other words, the religions, when they wake up completely, they are going to kick the devil 47 centillion yards away. I have a lot riding on the religious beliefs waking up first, or waking up all together at once. I have a lot riding on you. I have a lot of faith in you. I really do. Like, it's not blind faith necessarily, but it's a faith nonetheless. You follow me? So check it, right? So once the religious beliefs boot the devil 47 centillion yards away, I begin to place my handle upon the sword and begin to tear it out. And here's how it's going to play out using the spiritual or the Soul Tekken parable to label and describe it. So the conscious mind's grounds is where the handle is, or where the steering wheel is. The conscious mind. Stage 3 here, where the conscious mind is. Stage 3 for the parable. It's stage 3 for the parable, but it's going to be something else in another parable, you see. But it's stage 3 for the Soul Tekken parable. And stage 3, B.S.P 6 versus B.S.P 1. Belief system person tribes versus belief system person racism. You follow what I'm saying? Belief system pillar tribes are going to be destroyed and turned back into the black leadership, revealing the lust in which gave, or the decomposure aspect in which gave its foul belief system pillar a chance to stand. And then you have belief system pillar 1, racism. It's going to be destroyed and turned back into the white leadership in which it really is, and revealed for the greed in which was giving its foul leadership or its foul belief system pillar a chance to stand. You follow what I'm saying? And those two are going to fight for control of the conscious mind space. You follow me? And that there is an aspect of the sword's handle. Got my grip on it now. Moving forward. Now it's time to start pulling it out. Stage 4. Stage 4 is going to consist of B.S.P 5 versus B.S.P 2. Belief system person 5 is the gangsters. All the melanated gangsters of the world is belief system pillar 5. And belief system person or belief system pillar 2, feminism. Feminism, belief system person 2. Am I saying I'm about to have gangsters go up against women and fight them? No. You'll get what I mean. Watch this. So, belief system pillar 5 or belief system person 5, the gangsters, are going to be destroyed and turned back into the black fighters, in which they are truly Africa's greatest defenders. Preparing to defend for the Soul Tribe. Preparing to defend and protect the Soul Tribe. AGDs, right? And then you have belief system pillar 2, feminism. They're going to be destroyed and turned back into the white fighters, in which they truly are. So am I saying the military and the white military thereof are a bunch of feminists? No and yes simultaneously. Because let's not forget, the militaries are all fighting and preserving a world where self-hatred envelops everything around us in which we see. In other words, the military that we have, the U.S. military, is preserving a world built for everyone in it to hate themselves and to hate themselves only. Why do you think we do it? Moving forward. So, belief system pillar 5, the gangsters. In order for this fight to commence on stage 4, they're going to be destroyed and turned back into the black fighters. And wrath is going to be revealed simultaneously to let us all know what was giving that belief system pillar, that foul belief system pillar, its chances to stand as it was the wrong way. You don't think the gangsters are standing incorrectly right now currently? You don't think the melanated gangsters or the recessive gangster branches are standing the incorrect way right now currently? You can believe whatever you want. I'm just going to believe soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Moving forward. So, the belief system pillar 2, feminism. This one is going to be destroyed and turned back into the white fighters, in which it is truly. And then it's going to reveal the jealousy in which was giving its belief system pillar its chances to stand in the first place. And that completes the information for stage 4. Stage 5. Stage 5 is going to consist of belief system pillar 4 and belief system pillar 3. BS person 4 or belief system person 4, BS person, huh? Yeah, because all these belief system pillars are lies. A lot of BS, all of them are. So belief system pillar 4 or belief system person 4 is going to be the N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture versus belief system pillar 3, the L.G.B.T.Qs. In order for this fight to get ready or commence, the N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture is going to be destroyed and turned back into the black civilians and revealed for the sloth thereof, in which was given its foul principalities, its abilities to stand. And then you have the foul sexual orientation. It's going to be destroyed and turned back into the white civilians, for which it is truly thereof. And then the vanity that will be revealed to us all, and which was letting us know the whole time that was what was giving that their belief system pillar its abilities to stand. That's going to be stage 5's fight right there. Just going to tell you the fights. Then I'm going to tell you something else once I tell you about the hidden stage, stage 6. So, once again, it's going to be the black civilians versus the white civilians. Unfortunately. Or, once I finish this parable, I can tell you how we're going to skirt past that. So check it, right? The hidden stage, stage 6. What's the hidden stage consists of? The hidden stage consists of the worldwide resurrection. I'm going to explain to you what I mean here. So, the worldwide resurrection versus Project 6. Project 6 is titled the worldwide resurrection. What am I getting at? Reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, reestablishment. Reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, reestablishment. Reawakening, booting the devil 47 centillion yards away. Reincarnation, accepting who we are truly thereof, so we can have the ability to grab the bad sword, rip it out, and then sheathe it, all in one process, which carries us right to the resurrection. We have the sword sheathed, we are fused with the body again, and we are getting ready for the next battle in the spirit, the final battle in the spirit, against that their 9th belief system pillar that's going to come back as the devil itself. So you went from the devil driver to the devil standard, and as the actual devil. The foul energy in the air, in which we will subjugate by any moral means necessary. You follow what I'm saying? So now, to make Project 6, or to make Stage 6 sound or make more sense, I'm gonna tell you this now. Those 3 right there, those 3 belief system pillars, which are belief system pillar 1, racism, destroyed and turned back into the white leadership, revealed for the greed in which gave its evil a chance to stand. And then you got belief system pillar 2, feminism, destroyed and turned back into the white fighters, revealing the jealousy in which gave its evil to stand. And then you have foul sexual orientation, destroying that belief system pillar and turning it back to the white civilians. And also revealing the vanity, in which gave that evil belief system pillar its chances to stand to, within, and throughout the so-called white civilians. All 3 of those belief system pillars right there alone make up the entirety of this here double sword, or at least the surface level entirety of the double sword, because there are many, many aspects and details that tie into it. You follow what I'm saying? But those 3 belief system pillars, racism being the handle, feminism being the middle of the blade, and foul sexual orientation being the tip. That wasn't a comment, that wasn't a whatever you would consider it to be. It's just a parable, letting you know what is killing us right now currently. This here labels and describes the devil's sword. And so, now, my reawakening. I am the I, Father Christ body. I am the I, Father Christ body. In the spirit, here's what I'm going to do now. Christ logic impact. That there triggers the first stage. The Christ logic impact triggers the first stage. And what is the first stage consisting of again? The 8th belief system pillar versus the 9th one. Destroys them both. Destroys ignorance, turns it into the soul's truth, the soul driver. Fear destroys it and turns it back into the true spirit, revealing the devil driver. Now it's time for me to regain control over my head, the religions, This is my head, the religions. That's the first thing I'm gonna regain control of for the reawakening to take place properly. My head, the religions. You see where I'm going with this? Then once I jump into my head to shatter the belief system pillar of the religions thereof, what comes next? My torso. Destroy the religious beliefs. Turn them back into the soul standard. And reveal the gluttony in which was giving that belief system pillar its abilities to stand in the first place. You follow what I'm saying? Then, I got my head back under control now, because I'm about to reverse gluttony in the soul discipline. I'm about to reverse gluttony back into soul discipline. You see? Next, my torso. My torso. The tribes. Destroying all 5,000 tribunal belief system pillars on this planet and turning them back into the black leadership. And then revealing the decomposure aspect in which what was giving that evil its chances to stand in the first place. You follow what I'm saying? That there gives me my torso. I got my torso back now. I already got my 2 arms in the spirit. I got 2 arms in the spirit already. Just throwing that out there. But here's the thing. Now it's time to go for the gangsters. The grabbing of the sword, truly. Destroy that belief system pillar. Turn them back into the black fighters, of which they truly are. And then reveal the wrath, in which was giving that belief system pillar its chances to stand to within and throughout our brethren in the first place. Where are they getting their wrath from? Why are they receiving their wrath to fight each other? Why do they hate each other so much for having colors and cloths on their body? Why is this? Why is this? I know why now. So, that gives me my 6 arms, meaning my 4 supercharged arms, and then the 2 supercharged extra to my already 2 arms that I already have, like I'm Asura's Wrath from the Asura's Wrath video game. You follow what I'm saying? And that gives me my proper grip on the sword, but I still need to put my feet on the ground so I can stand in place and snatch it out. That rolls me to belief system pillar 4. The N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture, my foundation. The one in which will be destroyed and turned back into the black civilians they are thereof. And then the black civilians, unto them will be revealed the sloth, in which was truly keeping you held down and away from your true potential. Reverse wrath into soul tranquility and/or soul balance. Righteous rage, my gangster brethren. Righteous rage, my gangster brethren. And then next, for the soul belief system pillar, the N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture. When I destroy you and turn you black into the black civilians in what you truly are. Recognize sloth as something to turn and or reverse back into soul ambition. Soul ambition. With soul ambitious legs and soulfully balanced arms. I now, with the completion of this here body, the head being my religions, the torso being the soul tribe, the arms being the gangsters, and the N.E.R.D.G.E.E.K culture, or the gangsters, or the legs, the foundation thereof. I grab the soul, I snatch it out by any moral means necessary. I take it and I foresheathe it with all 6 arms into that there cosmic, celestial, heavenly, nirvanic sword sheath, the 4-star character's destination. And from there, I pick up the rest of the soul body or the rest of the family body. I finish the rest of my fusion with them because there's still more to go, a lot more to go. Project 6 or stage 6. I fuse with them completely and entirely, meaning my head, religions, my tribes, torso, arms, gangsters, legs, black civilians. And we become one free soul tribe family again. From there, we get ready for the next battle. against the 9th B.S.P, who is going to return to tell me to my face that sword you got in your possession belongs to me. This very entitled, delusional, evil devil. And that there completes the Soul Game Saga, Part 12 of Infinity. The Soul Tekken Parable's final stages. 6 stages in total, technically 5, which is going to get us to that 6th stage and move us to the spiritual Tekken Parable and beyond. And if you notice, this explanation gives me a proper starting point to label and describe a starting point explanation for the Soul King military entrenchment. That's what I was actually looking for lastly, was a proper explanation for the Soul King military entrenchment. And how is it going to consist of? It's going to consist this way. Because remember, there were 7 countries that invaded North America, or invaded this continent. Did you know this continent, before it was titled North America, was called Turtle Island? It was called Turtle Island before those 7 countries invaded it and changed it to North America. I didn't know that at first. Or at least that's just one of the things it was called. The entire continent, the entire North American continent, was invaded and turned from Turtle Island to North America by 7 different countries, including Europe, France, Italy, and Spain, Netherlands as well, and of course England. I'm getting them all fully memorized. And let's never forget, the devil always leads with the establishment first. The devil always leads with the establishment first. Those 7 belief system pillars and those 7 belief system persons, or those 7 belief system ideals, they're all establishments. Racism is an establishment. You know, feminism is an establishment. And then let's never forget, they come with the establishment first, then the resurrection second. And the resurrection is the application of something. The resurrection is the physical application of a thing, or the physical application of your standard. You resurrect unto the soul standard in which you are, coming back to your divine senses. That's the whole point of the Project 6. Because remember, the stage 1 is the fight, the breakaway. Stage 2 is the religions turning back into the soul standard. Stage 3 starts the conscious mind. Stage 4 starts the subconscious mind. And stage 5 starts the unconscious mind's fight. And once they're all completed, the soul regains control over all 3 areas and becomes that one magnificent thing in which it really is, the balance, mental and emotional quality thereof. Take over. Resurrect to it. Got the sword in my possession, and as well as the body under control, myself under control. Unity, global unity parables, big global unity parables. This gives me an idea, or this gives me a proper starting point for my Soul King military entrenchment, because I want to list out how this. I just want to list out a reverse way to talk about how the 7 countries started out. They came and invaded, and then established the National Guard, and then after the National Guard, it was the Army. Then after the Army, it was the Navy. Then after the Navy, it was the Marines. And after the Marines, it was the Coast Guard. Or was it the DOAA? I have to memorize and I have to master it, and I'm going to. And once I complete the Soul King military entrenchment, I'm going to have to redo all of the games, going all the way back to the Christ Logic Impact sagas, and then the NSEB, and then the Super Yahusha, and then the Cosmic Yahusha again. I'm going to go through a few videos of them. And that'll tie it all in to make it make more sense, and we can shatter this evil city plagiarizing our mind, heart, space, psyche. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May this parable, the Soul Game Saga, Part 12 of Infinity, the Soul Tekken Parable's final stages, reach you with the grace in which they were constructed to reach you as. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.